It was one of those days that begged for pizza, the kind of day that started off as a tiny bit gloomy, but then quickly picked up with the warmth of sunshine streaming through the window. For Omar, it was the perfect day for making pizza. The Rum family was known for their pizzas. Every Friday night, they would all get together and share a pizza while telling stories and laughing until their sides hurt. But this week, Omar wasn't feeling well, so it was up to Omar to make the pizza. He gathered all his ingredients: flour, water, yeast, and salt for the dough, tomatoes, garlic, and olive oil for the sauce, cheese, mushrooms, and olives for the toppings. Then he got to work. First, he mixed the flour, water, yeast, and salt in a big bowl. It was surprisingly easy to knead the dough, and before long, he had a ball of dough in his hands. While the dough rested, he made the sauce by blending tomatoes, garlic, and olive oil. Next, he rolled the dough into a perfect circle and spread the sauce on top. Now came the fun part, adding the toppings. First, he sprinkled on some cheese. Then he added the mushrooms and olives. Carefully, he lifted the pizza dough and placed it on a baking sheet. He slid the pizza into the oven and waited. Soon, the kitchen was filled with a delicious smell, and when the timer dinged, Omar pulled out a golden-hued pizza. It looked almost exactly like the ones his family made. Placing the pizza on the table, he admired his work. He felt a surge of pride. This pizza was perfect. It was everything he hoped it would be, and more. He took a slice and brought it to his mouth. Just as he was about to take a bite, there was a knock at the door. Startled, Omar quickly hid the pizza behind his back. Who could be visiting in the middle of the afternoon? As he walked to the door, he wondered who it could be. When he opened the door, he saw his three best friends, Alan, Ben, and Chloe. They were all grinning from ear to ear. "What's up, Omar?" Alan asked. "We were just heading to the park," Ben said. "And we thought maybe we could hang out after school today," Chloe suggested. For a moment, Omar couldn't speak. All he could think about was the pizza cooling on the table. He really wanted to eat it all by himself. After all, he had worked so hard to make it. But looking at his friends' hopeful faces, he couldn't bring himself to say no. So he did the only reasonable thing he could do. He invited them in. "I just made pizza," he said, walking toward the table. His friends gasped when they saw the golden-hued pizza. "Wow, that looks amazing!" Alan exclaimed. "Can we try it?" Ben asked eagerly. Taking a deep breath, Omar sliced the pizza into 4 pieces. Each piece was big enough to share. He placed a slice on a plate for each of his friends and watched as they dug in. "This is so good," Chloe said between bites. "I can't believe you made this, Omar," Alan added. "It's the best pizza I've ever tasted." As they ate, the friends talked about everything that had happened at school that week. They discussed their weekend plans and laughed at funny stories. At first, Omar was a little upset that his friends had come over and ruined his pizza plans. But as he watched his friends enjoy the pizza, he realized something. Pizza tastes even better when you share it with your friends. As the afternoon wore on, Omar and his friends continued to chat and laugh. The pizza disappeared, slice by slice, and when the last piece was gone, Omar knew that he had made the right choice by sharing his pizza with his friends.